Alrighty. Hello, everybody. Ooh, I thought I almost wasn't gonna do it, but I did do it. Got another session. Maybe this is gonna be a quick one. I wanted to do some vines, and this is, of course, gonna involve geometry nodes. I have absolutely no recollection how to use geometry nodes. We're gonna have to find out again. Let's see. Okay, so we need to do curve to mesh first of all. So we're gonna do basic vines, modular, curve to mesh. Okay, curve goes in here. And then we need a profile. Now I could do a circle, but I kind of want to do a curve, a custom curve. Okay, we're gonna get, ooh, shift space, yes. Grease pencil. Do that. That looks good. Sure. Now we need to be able to select this. Get the profile. The profile is just sideways view of the vine, which is this curve. The type is going to be an object. Okay, good. And then what? So we get curve to mesh. Object info. Geometry. Yes. Oh my god, I actually remembered. Nice. Okay. That is good. What do we do next? Next, we need to set up the radius. The radius. I think we need to take this. Curve, reverse curve, resample curve, set curve, tilt, curve to points. Okay, so let me try this. We're gonna see if we can scale this. Input geometry has unsupported type curve. Oh, okay. So we're gonna convert to mesh. And now, well, now this one doesn't like it. Unsupported type mesh. Okay, you know what? That's fine for now. Let's just keep going as we are. So from this mesh, we are going to distribute points on face. Okay. And then we're gonna instance on points. And what are we instancing on points? Well, we're instancing leaves. So we're gonna have to make a leaf. We're gonna have to edit. Place it right there. And okay, so now Now, what are we instancing? Instance. What are we instancing? We need to get that flat plane in here so we can do object info. Okay, this is the object. And then geometry, oops, it's placed right here. And now, whatever this produces, we need to join with this one. So we're going to join these two pieces of geometry together. And we get that. Okay. Now the plane, we need to make sure we apply scale. There we go. Good. Good. Now, right now it's kind of pointing in one direction. We can adjust the density, but that's not enough. We can set up the rotation right here. Okay. Okay, so we need to randomize this. So we're going to plug it in here. Okay. That seems good. And then also right here. The only thing is that some of these pieces are going through. Okay. Okay, it's not too bad. We need the actual leaf now. Okay, so we need the actual leaf. Also, it would be nice if I could adjust the thickness of the vine. But I think for that, we have to do something about this. Scale. Doesn't like it. Doesn't like it, doesn't want it. Okay, this doesn't accept it. Okay. For now, no thickness. We'll figure that out later. Let's go. I guess we need to set up some sort of a vine texture. Okay, that's what a vine leaf looks like. Is that all the vine leaves? That right there. Artificial vine leaf. These are grapevines. Okay. I'm going to do this. Copy image. I'm going to pop in here. Let's do 512 by 512. And then I guess Ooh, okay. No, I don't want it like that. I want it to be a reference. But I suppose we're not going to get a reference. Or we just have to save it, and that's just too much work. So, oh, is my tablet on the right place? Yes, it is. Let's make sure we're not on the background. Maybe we should save it. Assets, references. Okay. Well, come on now. Foliage. I'm going to copy this, save it. Okay, that's enough. We're going to use a reference tool to pin some references here. We can only do one at a time. Got it. Okay, what do we have? We have some kind of an overall shape. Okay, we'll put the stem afterwards. Cool. Now, okay, and we're gonna simply select the outside, grow the selection, invert, and then just fill in the full selection. Cool. Okay. Now the color is not quite the same, but I don't want to go for too much of a lush green. I think that's not going to be very beneficial here. Okay. Let's find something to crop dust on this thing. Fascinating. I think the very edges are a little bit lighter. So let's see if I can do... Let's see if I can do this. Put this in the group. Layer style. Inner glow. It's going to be normal. Right. Okay. Technically, the same thing could have been achieved with a gradient. Like if we go airbrush and just darken the inside. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Now, let's see if we can switch out the color a little bit. We're going to tone this down. Okay. I think mine actually came out a lot more detailed or unnecessarily complicated than these things actually are. Okay. Also, the stems are actually pretty long. And I think a skunk just exploded. Lovely. You know it's spring when stinky McGee's are climbing out of their shitholes. Ah, jeez. Okay, let's try it with this. Just see what it looks like. PNG. Let's go into the Dreadtail. Engine, textures, painted. Vine leaf. Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm gonna have to close the window. Jesus. Whew. Now I'm pretty sure that when we set the material here, it's not going to propagate to all the leaves. I think. Let's see. No, it actually did. Nice. Uh-huh. Okay. Beautiful. So that works. And then what else can we do here? Need to bend this a little bit, right? Need to bend this a bit. Can we do a deform? Sure. Hmm. Interesting. Well, there it is. Okay, let's go to geometry nodes. What else can we do here? We could do a random scale. Floats. I think that's fine. Oh, no. No, 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 no. There we go. Nice. So anywhere between 1 to 2. That's looking pretty cool. Mm-hmm. Okay, and with that in place, This is looking good. I think we can go ahead and do some vines here. Let's get what is this? Assets models foliage technically. Okay. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna copy the folder because I've done vines before and I want to take a look at how to do the thickness bit. Let's see here. We got vines. Vines. Okay, what do I have here? We do have thickness. Oh, but this is not done using geometry nodes. So that's not going to be very helpful. Although this does look like a pretty good vine sample. I don't know why I couldn't have just used this. Let's keep looking. GeoNode vines test. Yes, okay. So vine thickness. Set curve radius is something that we can use. Well, let's see if we can actually use it here. Set curve radius. Okay. Now we'll give it a curve. And well, it doesn't seem to like it. Just gonna place it right here. Okay, so what if we do this? So we got to do it on the main one. Got it. Okay. That is perfectly doable. Now the radius, we're going to expose it here. And then we're going to multiply that by a color ramp. And that is going to be the actual radius. Except we need to drive the length of the curve. Let's see. Curve length. I suppose it wouldn't really help because curve length could be of any length. What do we do here? Spline parameter. Oh, well, how am I supposed to know that? Okay. Yes. Except it's going to go the other way. Okay, so this is cool and all, but we should have the ability to set some vines to end thin and other vines to stay thick. So let's see if we can do that. There should be a way to add a Boolean type value. There we go. Okay. And then can we do an if statement? If condition logic if. Some of these things don't even have the if in it. Okay, I'm gonna have to double check this. Let's see. So Blender geometry nodes if statement. Switch node. Oh, no. So we're really delving into the blueprints. Okay, so switch output. Hey, Vishal. Welcome back. Okay. So I guess, what are we doing here? I guess we need to have a constant. Or just value. Sure, this is going to be 1. And then we're basically going to say that if the thins is true, then we're going to take this and output it here. And then if it's false, I don't think it's going to like that. Oh, geometry, excuse me. It's not supposed to be geometry. It's supposed to be a float. And I think this should be possible to convert it. True, and then false, and then we're just going to plug it in here. There we go. So now, if we take a look at the geometry nodes, if we do thins, well, if we did thins, it's supposed to shrink. Oh yeah, the switch. Right, we need to connect the switch again. There we go. Okay. And still doesn't work. Did I connect the right thing? I did connect the right thing. What are we making? Oh, just further experimentation with vines. Geometry node vines. Okay. So this right here is the default value, which is 1. Now, I believe this is being converted correctly. Float curve. Oh, not really. Okay. If we connect it directly, it does actually become thin. If it goes through here, it does actually work, but we need this to be propagated. Is there... It is a Boolean. The default value is nothing. Okay, let's see. Take this. Okay, and... Oh. Interesting. Somehow we ended up connecting the wrong thing. It's supposed to be the thins that connects here. And now, there we go. So now that should allow us to... Blender also has an IV generator. Yep. That's good to know. One thing at a time, though. Okay, so this is good. And then the radius we can adjust here. Beautiful. Well, there we go. I think for the time being, this is good. Now, what do we do with this? Well, we need to create a bunch of different vines. Now, let's see. How big is this? And also, I pray that this thing isn't going to come up with each and every leaf essentially being an independent geometry piece. Let's see here. There we go. All right. Let's try exporting this. So this is Vine 01. Let's call it inner vine. Intertwine the inner vine. This is going to be OBJ. I think that's perfectly fine. That's all that we need. And let's get the export location. Engine, models, foliage, which is in props now, I think. Yep. Inner vines. And then we just export. Export 5 files. You sack of shit. That's not what I wanted to do. Oh, great. Now it's going to scan it. And now it's going to crash it, actually. God damn it. Okay. Don't need everything here. Just want the selection. There we go. One file is much more like it. Do you want all leaves as an instance or all leaves as a single object? As long as it just appears as a leaf with one single material, that's all that I really need. Okay, we're going to see in a moment. Let's go to Objects, Props, Foliage, Inner Vines. One converted. All right. Oh, okay. That's a little detailed. And yes, every single leaf is its own independent material. We don't want that. Okay. Okay, so what do we do here? Instance to points. And I think we got to do convert. Let's see. I think we've done this in here. We have join geometry. Actually, no, we didn't do this in here. Huh. I think we quite literally just said, oh yeah, this looks good. And then just went convert to mesh. Ah. Interesting. Cannot apply constructive modifiers on curve. Convert curve to mesh. Well, that's not fun. Okay, so now I'm actually puzzled. How did we do this before? We didn't. We had floor roots that we just converted to geometry. Unless... Uh-oh. Okay, let's protect this. I don't want to destroy this. So unless Realize. Realize instances. That makes sense. So we gotta do... I think we gotta do instance to point. We go here. Then we realize, and then... Okay. There we go. That might be it. As a matter of fact, I'm almost positive that that is it. Okay. So now, I believe this is still not gonna export it as a single thing. Oh, okay. It did something. Actually, everything has one material now. Ah, perfect. Okay, so the only problem that we have remaining is the vine itself is too damn detailed. And I think that's because we gotta take that little vine, we gotta convert it to polygonal vine. Yes. Sure. It's like a star. All right, let's try that again. Also, this shouldn't really have any collisions. Okay. Beautiful. All right, no collisions, which means we need to change type to a Node 3D. Cool. Might want to close this. Oh, fascinating. Now where... Ah, it might have baked the surface material into it. Dang it, it did. Okay, fine. Let's get... What do we get? Alpha, albedo. We're gonna get the vine leaf. Pundry. And then for transparency, we're just gonna do cut. Alpha scissor. Now why does it have two meshes there is beyond me. That is quite interesting. Well, I'm pretty sure if we convert this to mesh and then upload, it is going to show up as a single piece. Dang it, I lost it. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Fascinating. So when you export a geometry node OBJ file, it actually it seems to have dual elements, dual geometry. Okay. Right. Which explains why there were three material slots. Okay, standard material. Let's go. Transparency is going to be alpha scissor. Nice. Okay, and then what? Just gonna do this. Maybe a little bit of subsurface scattering. Oh no, it's launching GPU demolition protocols. All right, cool. And then I'm gonna save this. Materials. I guess this is painted. I don't think I have a painted foliage. Cool. Now for the other one, I think we can just try loading, what is it? Vine something. Oh boy. Roots. Hmm. Okay. Let's go to material. Find it ourselves. We have, I think we have a special folder for packs. There we go. And then what do we got? Concrete, polished concrete, dirt, willow bark. Ew. That's not what I want. Actually, yeah, that is what I want. The only thing is we got to make sure there's no height map in it. And also that it's in properly UV mapped and not inside out. Which would explain why some leaves were going into the element. Okay. Damn it. I'm gonna lose it. Oh, we saved it. That's fine. Okay, this is looking actually pretty good. So let's give it the bark and inner vine leaf. Alrighty. Cool. Now we can do some fancy pants stuff afterwards. Have some multi-profile vines and whatnot. But for now, let me see what this actually looks like by going in a safe room and placing just this one vine. How big and or small is this? Oh, actually, that seems like just the perfect size. Oh man, that's perfect. Yeah, we got it. Okay, so now it's just a matter of going ham. Okay, that would have been great if that was an actual piece of geometry. I think we need to make this path be reversed. That's right, because every time it produces an inside-out face. Okay, perfect. Now, okay, so going back here. Okay, perfect. Okay, so we're gonna have to separate each and every one of them. Got it. Hmm. The only unfortunate part is that we have to merge everything. Since there's no UV data and there's no way to make the leaves not to appear double. At least, well, pretty sure there might be a way. I just don't know. Okay, cool. So it looks like, huh? I mean, it looks pretty good. I think I might be able to be able to just use this. I think I should expose the maximum instance count. There we go. Cool. So this is only a start. Things should be fairly safe to convert these to mesh. I think I should have led it with 3 leading numbers. Because the ones and the tens might actually be combining together. Okay, that's fine. You know what I should do? I should get this center point right there. I should do so for all of them. Because then when we drop this into the level, it will use that point as the center, as the start. Mm-hmm. Okay, and then we export 12 files. Cool. Okay, and now we need to create the object. Now we're actually going to go for just the mesh instance 3D because that's all that this really has to do. And then no material. See, we can only select one material, which may be a problem. Okay, that's fine. Let's go, I guess, no material. That should be fine. And then 11 converted. Hmm. Maybe there aren't enough leaves. That might be a bit of an issue. Okay. Yep. Okay. Hmm. Okay, I have a feeling we might have to thin down the vine a little bit. We might have been a little premature with the reduction. Yeah, with the reduction of the count, leaf count. Okay, let's go 70. Copy to selected. That seems a bit more like it. And then maybe we can also reduce the radius. Copy to selected. And I guess this is where we have to compensate. Mm-hmm. Let me double check something. Oh boy. Single Latinos. Oh yeah, that's what us Blender users want to see. What do we need? We need Blender geometry nodes export mesh twice. Multiple objects geometry nodes. Duplicate element node. Okay, that doesn't seem right. All right, fair enough. Let's do this. Let's make sure there's 3 zeros. 3 digits this time. Mm-hmm. And then, yeah, next time we should set the center points before we convert to mesh. And I think this time, of course, I'm not going to go ballistic destructive. I think we're going to get it to have a duplicate. Just in case. By the way, this whole approach is actually going to be super handy for making upside down floaty vines for Sublunaris tomorrow. So yeah, gonna get some stuff, man. Nice. Okay. So now that we have this set up, maybe I can take all of this. Okay, that's the geo node. Hide that, and then this is the first. Ah, that's the original. Okay, got it. Got it. And then what's this? That's nothing. That's probably when we tried to separate some of these things. Okay. Convert to mesh. Yes, cool. And then duplicates are in the background. 12 exported. Oh boy. Okay. This didn't change at all. Oh. Right. It didn't change because double values, or triple values. Triple digits. Okay, so we're gonna have to do this. I'm gonna delete. Close this. Oh boy, this is gonna take a little while. Nice. Okay, so let's try that again. Let's perhaps attempt to set the material. Let's see. So we go materials, foliage, inner vine leaf. And then this is going to be mesh 3D. And that's it. The export location is still correct. Uh-huh. Well, I mean, that works. and it just applied the same material to both slots, so that's actually perfectly fine. Something makes me think that maybe we should have an additional option here where it says select single and select multiple. And if we do select multiple, it'll give us maybe like five material slots. I think 5 is more than enough, right? Okay, that's fine though. I think five is gonna account for just about the majority of different element types. Japanese willow bark dry. Yes. Okay, that's looking good. Hey, Distant. Okay, so that's looking good. I'm gonna copy this. And until we get that implementation, we're just gonna have to go through this manually. Add all these pieces. Ooh, this one might need more leaves. Okay, so anything that's long might need to have more leaves here. Cool. We'll be joining on your laptop. Sounds good. Beautiful. The vine root system doesn't seem to be very large, actually. I think that's because the vine... Ooh. It's been moved or deleted. Alright, fine. There we go. Let me double check this. Ah, yes, it's using triplanar mapping. That's why. Without triplanar mapping, it has to be EV mapped. And of course, if we do that here, we are going to have to re-export and reset all the materials. Oh boy, okay. Interesting. Okay, let's just play around with this for the time being. That's a little bit of under an angle. Well, let me tell you, this is actually looking pretty gosh darn nice. Beautiful. It's actually quite curious just how much complexity just a little bit of very simple foliage adds. We also had, oh yeah, we do have roots. Beautiful. Oh, welcome back. Okay, let's see here. Mm-hmm. All right. Loading. Loading. Helloading. Hello. Oh, I think we crashed, didn't we? Hold on a sec. No, we didn't. What? Interesting. Okay. There we go. I guess we were loading. I need to do something new for the lower leaves. Should look like, I don't know, frog eggs. Now, it's not supposed to get that dark when we go inside. There seem to be some lighting conflicts. Oh man, the more tech we add to the level, to the game, the more it starts to feel like, yeah, it's a bunker, all right, or what's left of it. Some bugginess with the lights. Oh. If I, interesting. I've actually left the audio change zone. Interesting. Okay. These things are not textured. Now, why is, for some reason, why is the lighting? Did you see the DADC? I have no idea what that acronym stands for, man. Okay, why, oh why is the general environment not switching to the correct values? The Amazing Digital Circus? Haven't watched it yet. On the list of to-do things, for sure. Volumetric fog. Fog albedo. Well, that's volumetric. Okay, so when we go here, what are we supposed to see? Well, first of all, we have this fog. Oh, hold on a sec. This is Godot 4.22. Did we finally get back the fog type? The one that allows us to set the fog near and far distance? Or is that still planned for Godot 3? Maybe. Okay, well, in that case, let's see. So the color is supposed to be a very cold. Okay, so we go, where do we go? We go environment. Or is it level? Nope, I think it's in the master node. Yep. Well, this is the item database, actually. Crafting recipes, environment zone properties. That's what we need. So, safe room, the fog color is going to be this. Fog density is set to 0, though. That's why we don't see it. Okay, fair enough. What is the fog density right now? That's the fog density. Now, I can't help but think that we might have done that for a reason. Okay. Cool. Let's give that a test. Interesting. Wait, what? Is the fog disabled by default? Hold on a sec. That can't be right. Oh, it is. Okay, let's keep that on. Try that again. Sure. Okay, so that's fascinating. The two fogs are actually colliding right now. Interesting. I don't know if that's gonna work. I think right now this whole fog when you enter the safe room is a highly creative decision. Whoops. Like the music. Thank you. Written by yours truly. For the most part, it's just ambient atmospheres. Cool. Hoping to get some more melodic stuff written. If I can spare some time, I think we're gonna have as many ambient pieces as we have safe rooms. So each safe room has its own unique little bit of ambience. Okay, so that's cool. I think the sun reflecting in the environment doesn't help. This is like entirely way too much fog. Maybe we can turn off volumetric fog when we're inside. Great digging the art style. Thank you. Working hard. Okay. Alright. We have a piece of code that auto-updates it. Hold on a sec. So that's what the natural fog looks like, which actually seems pretty good. The movement, yeah, like after I created the hand rig, I think the movement became quite a lot more interesting. You can make some very interesting movesets. Can't wait until they bring back the fog near and fog far properties. It's just single density value. It's definitely not cutting it. Because I'd like to make it like this. But when I make it like this for the outside effect, it also bleeds into the inside. Also, I think the F key is actually meshing with the F key to turn on the flashlight that we actually own. So you know what? I'm hoping this is not going to conflict with anything. I'm gonna make the F key, switch it out to F5. Hopefully that's not gonna mess with anything. Is it possible to soften the light fall off? Yeah, just about every light has a nice curve you can adjust. Like if you go here, Omnilight or Spotlight, you have attenuation curves. You can adjust them here. And if it's a Spotlight, you have two curves. One for the outer edge of the cone, so you can make a very harsh spotlight or a soft one, and the other one is the fall off curve of the light itself. Dancing meme around the game. You know, I'm more serious in terms of having the player walk up to like a big honkin' heavy lever and then try to like yank it open and struggle with it because it's all rusted shut and old. That kind of moveset. Oh yeah, I think that's gonna be super cool. Okay. Let's take a look. Oof. Okay. That's like Snow White. Still need to deal with the music cutting out immediately. Technically not supposed to be that strong. So what if instead of using this fog, okay, I'm gonna put always on top back, because it's much easier to render or to test this stuff when the game stays on top of the screen. Okay, so yeah, what I'm thinking is, what if we, when we walk inside, we disable the fog that we have here, the generic fog, and then we only focus on volumetric fog. Oh, geez, come on. Supposed to be always on top. You liar. Okay, so if we do this. And density for this one is going to be increased because it's in the light. Yes, that's much better. Always on bottom, pretty much. Oh, well, you know, it would help if I actually turned it on, not just looked at it and it's like, yep, that's the option, yep. Ugh. Okay, let's try that again. Oh, son of a bitch. Okay, come on. Okay, let's go here. Okay, what? Oh, right, I thought the music didn't kick in. So, disable auto environment refresh. Now, okay, that's volumetric fog actually, so set this density to 0. Ooh, this looks moody. I guess this kind of makes sense, because the general lighting, the world lighting, the directional light is actually orange. Right, okay. So yeah, it turns green even though we're picking blue, and that's because the environmental lighting is actually orange. So orange and blue more or less amount to a greenish color. Which is a problem, so I suppose I'm gonna have to set the sun color to be blue, which means we can, in this case, if the sun color is there, we can set the emission to black. There should be no emission. We can set emission energy to 0, and then the volumetric color is going to be this color. Sure, okay. As long as the sun color changes to this. All right, let's give that a test. Do you plan on having play testers? Eventually, you know, find those bugs. Dang it. Okay, there we go. So now we're gonna navigate to the safe room. Ooh. All right. sun energy went to 0, so there's no lights, which means there's nothing for the volumetric effect to, well, reflect light off of. Dang it. The best of breaking any game. Well, that's always in demand. Hey, why is that still orange? Man, I gotta tone down the volume of the music, but I gotta do it on the mixing side. Okay, so we have the color. We don't have the color. So this is the sun light energy. We have sun color. We need to also have sun energy. 1.0. Okay. Now, oh, we have sun energy. What the heck? Hold on a second. So if we have it, sun energy is used here, but I guess the sun color. Light color. I think. Light color is not used. Let's see. Yep, that's what it is. And now it is. Just gonna make sure I copy this. Okay, this is inside dark. We're gonna keep it as it is. Inside open, however, this shall be the color that we're using. And then outside open is the same, which is already there. So many properties to adjust. Now, right now we're just working with a solid background. Okay, let's give that a go. Let's run the right scene. Okay, now we got it. So you see the sun changes color, which causes the volumetric fog to change color. So now we don't have to use the volumetric fog emission. Oh, this is super cool. We can actually have combinations of this stuff, either colored light, no color on the volumetrics, or colored volumetrics and just white light. Now, technically, if you do colored light, you get this kind of effect on the walls. But if we do white light, yeah, probably can work with this. We can have just a teeny tiny bit of regular fog. Just a hint. when I use the flashlight profile, as in the greenish tint. The greenish tint is just the result of the orange of the flashlight mixing with the blue of the fog. But I don't want it to look green, right? I wanted the safe rooms to feel cold, which is why I'm using blues. The shape. The shape. Why not use a flashlight profile as that flashlight is to flashlight profile? Okay, I don't know what you're talking about then, man. What do you mean flashlight profile? Also, this is a really nice screenshot. DM what you mean? Got it. Okay, just gonna post this. Ah, dang it. You remember the correct name now. Flashlight cookie. I have no idea what that means, man. First time hearing that term. Nice. Shut up. Okay. Cool. Well, you know what? I think the vines are working pretty damn great. And we can actually create a bunch of other types of vines. think we need to create a bunch of foliage that we can just plaster as big sprawling sheets. Let's say if we need something, maybe like cover this whole ceiling with some sort of a layer of greenery to obscure the fact that these vines aren't actually connected to anything. Yeah, for sure. I think that would be very handy. And then maybe also create some sort of a very big cluster of vines, so I don't have to do them one at a time like I'm doing right now. You sent a pic of what you mean. Oh, I see. Okay, yeah, so it's like a lens distortion of the flashlight. Yeah, eventually. Eventually we'll put it in. The flashlight is it's probably gonna use a bit of a different shape though, because they're basically just a light bulb. There's no lens. But yeah, definitely. Well, the flashlight, whoops. The flashlight is like this. So it's literally just the bulb. Bake these vines on the plane and use the plane as the decal for ivy. Yeah, that could work. Let me try something. So we still have our original. We're gonna do inner vines. Let's rename this leaf. This is, what is this? Curve. And this is the vine profile. Okay, now if I go into the curve, let's see if I can make like a larger vine cluster. Okay, now for something like this, I think the scale of the leaves would probably be better off to be increased. And we need to have a control point for that. Control value. Let's see. Random value. Here we go. Let's connect the minimum and the maximum. Except we're going to give them different names. So leaf scale minimum, leaf scale maximum. Okay. There we go, which means we can reduce the density . Almost choked on your own spit. Yeah, that's sometimes the brain's like, you know what? Let's try this. You know that thing that we figured out since we were a tiny little baby? Yeah, maybe we can improve on that. No, no, never mind. We almost died. It's back to this again. We'll try it next time. Okay. I'm going to try to bring these clusters closer together. There we go. Okay, so this is vine cluster. Okay, now that's a copy. Convert to mesh. And yeah, we don't need to retopologize it. There we go. That's TSCN. Inner vines. Okay. So we take a look at this. And the same export location is fine. Make a scene out of it. And then we can... Ooh. Nice. That looks pretty. Beautiful. Water break over. Don't waterboard yourself. Okay. So if we go here... Dang it. The point of origin is awkward. Not all of the vines are sticking to the same location, so that might be a bit of an issue. There we go. We definitely have to UV unwrap the vine pieces. Yeah, that works. Gonna be playing Minecraft for 8 hours. That's a decent way to spend a, what, Thursday night? Get some sleep. No, it's Minecraft time. Okay. Nice. So instead of squishing these things down, we can actually just push them into the building so that some of these show up inside. And then we don't have to, you know, distort anything. Dual purpose. Oh, damn. That's quite That's a very cheap way to add complexity. Nice. Oh. The leaf material has to be updated. Also, larger leaf works pretty well too. Huh. Yeah. This sticking out. Even though it's sticking outside the wall, that doesn't look bad. I think we can work with that just fine. We definitely need to set up LOD for these things, but that's besides the point. Okay, so 2 hours, I'd say pretty gosh darn good. We made a nice addition to the visual presentation of this project. We got vines, baby. We got vines and they look oh so good. Perfect. Maybe we can find some additional pieces of foliage that can very easily add complexity at little cost. Okay, cool. So I think we'll wrap it up here. Perfect. All right, well, it sounds like you're gonna have fun times on the Minecraft server, so good luck. Sleep tight. Don't let the whatever the hell atrocities Mojang has added to the game since then bite. And yeah, we'll continue. Maybe we'll work on Sublunaris tomorrow. Okay, see ya.